can't watch porn. It's like blocked in Texas.
I know.
So I'm like, dude, yesterday I was jerking off to old Sports Center clips. They used to have some hotties back on old Sports Center. I'm got like Linda Cohn, old Linda Cohn.
You gotta get creative. Yeah, you gotta get creative here.
Yeah, so what do you do? Like, how do you get around it?
Dude,
so many.
It's crazy.
What we've seen, what Steve, my tour manager, Steve Ciccone Rice-Aroni, is here in the background, and him and I have been walking around, and Steve's a horny guy.
Yeah, I bet.
Steve's like a horny guy.
I thought that when I met him. I was
dude,
like, horny ass
Steve's
guy.
the kind of guy, like, he lives on above his mom's garage in like Long Island. Like, Steve's a guy that like he needs to fuck, and he wants to jerk off, and it's like, and I allow it. I'm like, do whatever you want to do. He's, his hair's blown in the wind in the back of his hat. Like, this guy needs to bang, and dude, and he's actually telling me that it's like hard to take for him. Like he's getting like, because it's so much, and it gets agitating. And for me as well, it's like you don't know what to do, what to say. You're like, because a woman walks by you and you're like, I know I have a family, but I'm willing to throw it away just to have a conversation with her. Yeah. Because in the moment, I'm only alive once, and this is what I need to do. I'm a man. Yeah. I need to do this. This is what my father wants me to do. I have to honor our family name. And then you're about to go walk and talk to her, and then you see another one, and it just keeps happening. And you don't know what to do.
And they're not wearing bras.
No, they're not wearing bras. And I've seen the outline of 100 women's vaginas in this city. I've been here for 2 days. Steve and I have seen 100 pussies.
Steve, I'm sorry you're suffering like that. Dude. Obviously, you're just chilling, just being like a rock. Just being like Steve, dude. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Dude, Steve's one of these guys. He's like very punctual, always on time for everything. The last 2 days, dude, he's been late, sprinting out of the hotel room, hair soaking wet, and I know he was cranking it.
He was having an episode?
Yeah, dude. He's been going, what? Because this city, I mean, men and women, I mean, talk about a city like Austin, some of the most beautiful. We went to the gym yesterday, and we saw 5 of the most beautiful women we've ever seen in our entire life. I mean, jacked, ripped, tip-top shape. And the guys, like me and him, were almost like falling off the elliptical, which is like, again, when we go to the women's parts of the gym, we're on the elliptical protecting our knees.
You got to protect the joints, though, man. You don't need to wear and tear.
But these guys who were doing like the real guy shit, ball slams and, all that, they're not even fazed by this, because I guess it just becomes a part of what it is in the city. Is beautiful. Even you, dude, you were walking, you're like all jacked up now, where when I saw you when you were living in Philly, dude, you look like Stephen Hawking. You were like,
I was just slumped up.
Dude, you were slumped up, but now you're like
beautiful
pumped.
Babes get you pumped, man.
Dude, you've been lifting, definitely.
I have been lifting a lot, yeah. I've been lifting a lot.
Creatine? You doing a little creatine?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
A little bit of creatine.
Did you get any puffiness, or is it just pretty much jacked?
I'm pretty puffy. I'm a pretty puffy dude. I was puffy before the creatine.
No, but I could tell.
I did get jacked up. I came down here. I didn't know what to do with myself. Whenever I get like nervous or overwhelmed, I just start like lifting weights.
Where do you lift in your house?
Yeah, no, I have an apartment I use as an office, so I like go there to write and like get out of my house, and I have a gym attached to the apartment. And I just go like.
By the way, that's the move. Is even if you're in a obviously you love your wife, you're a committed guy. As men, we do need a separate apartment. You do. I just need a separate apartment. Maybe it's my office. Maybe it's just a place that I just need to go and just sit in.
Take naps.
But I do need a place where I need to leave this house. Yeah. Because our jobs doesn't require us to leave. You could write and do it in the house.
It took the debate it took to get that. Like, she's like, we have an office in the house. I'm like, I need to get out of here. Right. Every 5 minutes, like, the landscaper's here. And I'm like, dude. Yeah. So I did it in Philly too. Get an apartment. It's
worth it. Yeah.
And everyone's gone. And something happened where like boom, and it snapped, and she just started yelling at somebody and just walked across the street.
Yeah. The homeless here are wild, like they're on some type of crank or whatever, rolling around in the streets. I've actually never seen anything like it, but I will say they're not as aggressive as the homeless. Believe it or not, in Glasgow, Scotland, dude, me and the guy I work with, James Mattern, shout out James Mattern.
Is he horny too or not?
He's a horny dude. He's a horny dude. He's a horny dude. He's got a hairy back. He's like a horny fucking hairy back guy. Yeah, dude, but he's a horny guy and he's got a big dick.
Shit.
That dude, the one
dangerous combo.
We used to call it on my old pod History Hyenas, but Giannis, we used to call it the glue gun. This kid had a glue gun. Like you could see it through his jeans and it was like nuts.
Really?
Kid's got an absolute piece.
I've heard they're lazy lovers though. Big dick men, I've heard, are very lazy lovers.
You know what it is? He doesn't know who his real father is, so I think I think he's charged up, and he's raised by his grandparents, so he's got like a lot of. I think he just tries to. He's basically fucking women and trying to find his father.
Yeah, true. That's like kind of wild. If you're raised by your grandparents, it's kind of like you're like kind of wild at that point.
But dude, we're out there and we went to this bakery in Glasgow. I wanted to go to this specific bakery. I forgot what it was called, but they had like this kind of carrot cake, like muffin. I was like, I got to get this muffin. Yeah. And we saw this homeless lady walking around. She was, could fully see, but she had a blind stick. So she must have like taken it from an actual blind person. And she's walking around with this stick, like hitting it off the wall. And then we're like, what? This lady's fucking nuts. So I'm just standing out there like eating it, whatever. Dude, she takes the carrot cake out of my hand and smashes it in her face. And then swings the stick at me. I was like, whoa. Oh my God, dude, me and him were sprinting down the street.
That's
I was
insane.
like, lady's nuts. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, when people ask me, where's the craziest homeless people? I'm like, believe it or not, dude, it's Glasgow, Scotland. I've never seen anything like that.
That's such a wild assault. And just crushing it into your own face.
And then swung this walking stick at me that she didn't even need. And then she screamed something in like Gaelic or whatever, Scottish, Highland language, fairy language they're speaking at somebody else. And like nobody even kind of moved. Everyone was kind of like, oh yeah, that's just, crazy Susan.
You should have grabbed the staff.
I know, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
But I guess I'd have been scared of that situation.
Dude, I saw the only time I've ever seen, so what I will say about New York though, because people, shit on New York, oh, it's not safe anymore, and there's, right. I lived in New York, I've lived there my whole life. I never once, not one time in my 39 years of living, did I ever get even approached by a homeless person or a crazy, it just—
They're very subdued, yeah.
Didn't happen. But in the last 6 months, walking down McDougal Street, like West Village, whatever, I've had 3 homeless people that I have to one guy, and I've never had to do, I had to do this one time in my life, and it was recently, I had to push him off me because he was like going like I pushed him off me and he fell over a pile of garbage. And his fucking elbow landed in like a disgusting puddle. And I kind of felt bad, but I was like, what did you want me to do here?
Yeah, why was he getting in your face?
Because they're crazy. They're like out of control and the police can't really arrest them. They can't do anything. All my boys are cops. One of my boys, I told him about the story and he goes, you want to take my baton with you? I was like, that'd be fucking crazy. If I just start beating back homeless people with a licensed NYPD baton.
How'd it feel though when he gave the fucking push?
Dude, I got to be honest with you. The way that because I have a bad Achilles, but the way I was able to just kind of load my weight on the back and push, I kind of told my therapist, like, I think we're out of the woods here. I think my Achilles is good.
That's all you needed.
I just launched a homeless guy into oncoming traffic and I felt almost no pain in the Achilles.
Yeah, you need that, dude. I'm telling you, that's all I've been doing recently is just fantasizing about just combat.
Right.
Because it's like there's nothing left for me to do. I went to ACL with my whole family, the Austin City Limit Store.
Yeah.
It fucking sucked, by the way. I hated it. But
I walked in on, my mom caught me once. That was bad. I never forget. She was walking in from the local pizzeria and she had brought me like mozzarella sticks and a chicken bacon ranch slice, and she had it like on, like, she's the dude, until I moved down to my mom's house in my mid-20s, and when I was literally like 24 years old, she would bring me food on a New York Yankees like dinner tray. Like she would just give it to, and like it had like this setup where I would just like lay on my bed and it was like a little table, and she had that New York Yankees baseball tray with the food on it, and I was just rubbing it.
And you're in there just like,
yeah, I was like and she literally, she was like, she went like this, and she was like, just slammed my door, and she was like, your food's outside the door in the hallway. So I had to get it like a fucking inmate, just like, and then, dude, one time she found one of my VHS porn tapes. It was bad. Like, we used to pass around a VHS porn tape, and she found it. I just left it. So I used to put it in. I had this documentary about the original USA Dream Team. So I would, and I was such a little loser kid. I was like 12 years old, and I wrote on the cover of it, I said, I want to go to the NBA. Like a loser, like in Sharpie.
You're good at basketball though, right?
Yeah, Division III. So
that's good.
But yeah, I guess. And so I had put the tape in that Dream Team thing because I was like, my mom never looks in that. And then my mom, for whatever reason, was like cleaning my room one day when I was like at school, or it was the weekend, I don't remember. And she popped that fucking tape and thinking she was going to be a documentary on the Dream Team.
You probably saw your like quote was inspired.
His goals. Like, I want to get my son a basketball hoop.
There's a lady like,
oh yeah. And it was just this Colombian lady with a full bush just getting piped, screaming shit in Spanish. And so I got home that day because like it was a big deal. Like, we didn't have cell phones back then. Like we would, when me and my boys were at the park, it was like, we called it the Spanish porn. Yeah. Like, who's got the Spanish porn?
We had the Spanish fly. It's called a Spanish Fly 14. It circulated all around.
Yeah, it circulated.
Awesome.
And like somebody would bring it, and then it was like a big deal. It's like, okay, you get it for a week, then Frankie gets it, and it's like what it is. And so when I came home one day, I was, wasn't even thinking about it. I came home, and then it was literally, she had smashed it into like 20 pieces with a hammer, and she wrote, my mom loved Post-its, and she had a Post-it on it, and she wrote, get this filth out of my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then so I had to tell the guys, I was like, my mom smashed that fucking porn. I just brought it back in like a pile.
Just proof.
Yeah, and they were just furious at me. They were like shooting paintballs at me all summer.
Well, my brothers would go to like the adult section at Blockbuster and steal the porn tapes. So it was like a serious effort to get the porn tape. So if you got smashed, it'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
I know. And now
we're risking life and we're risking freedom to fucking get these things.
Boys or girls?
Girls. I have 2 girls.
2 girls. Okay, I was gonna say, like, I'm actually happy if it had a boy, or like for the boys that are living in Texas. I'm actually happy that the porn is blocked, because then they're gonna go find adventurous ways, just like we had, to kind of get porn any way they can. So I kind of actually respect what the governor's doing here to block the porn. He's doing it so the kids can have more fun and be more adventurous. And if you want to get kids creative, which is a big problem we have, block the porn.
I think so.
Big deal, dude.
Kids don't go in the woods anymore.
No, but they will if they're looking for. They have no porn to watch.
Yeah, dude. That's where everyone found out. I think it's funny. I think John Mayer did stand up once, and his bit was that every kid finds porn in the woods originally.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
That was true. I've literally, so me and my wife have Oura rings. They like track your biometrics.
Oh, great.
And I can't stop talking about this because it's like a revelation. So we both went to sleep one night at like 9:30 p.m. Great night of sleep. I woke up. My readiness score is like 89%.
Yeah.
Got me a little crown above it. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Hell yeah.
My wife slept the same time. Her readiness score was 50%.
Whoa.
Because it was the period. Dude, like their body temperature's elevated. Like they're fucked up, man.
So she woke up not in a good mood then. She's not ready.
Terrible mood. It's like my 50% is if I'm out like drinking all night and I'm hungover.
Right.
She did all the right stuff. Went to bed or all that stuff.
Ate right.
She could cut back on a couple things, but but no, dude, she like did everything right. It was, and then like woke up in the morning 50%. I was like, your period fucks you up this much? She's like, yes.
That's what it is.
Their heart rate's elevated and their body, it's like they have a fucking fever.
I was going to say, every month, your wife has to take Tylenol. I'm sure she feels she's got to pop a Tylenol.
They're like crackheads with Tylenol. They take everything.
You have to, because
it's yeah, true.
Imagine every single month you're just sick. Like you
fucked. Yeah, like fuck, dude. And it's like, so that's, and then there's like the time leading up to it. You're cramping. Yeah. And you're just like, fucked, dude. You're psychologically gone.
Yeah.
There's like 10 days out of the month. I try to break it down to her. I'm like 1/3 of the month.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
That's why, like, when you see like what Caitlin Clark can do, you're like, that lady's doing all that on her period most of the time.
Yeah.
Like she's absolutely crushing everyone.
Yep.
Not feeling at all with a 40% readiness score.
Are you talking about her playing basketball or fighting black ladies?
Both. Yeah. Both. I think. But it's just like, she just puts it on everyone.
Yeah.
You know, like guys don't have to do that. Like it's impressive what Steph Curry does, but he's never had to do it bleeding from his dick.
True. I didn't think about that, playing with your period.
Yeah, they all have to.
That would be nice if I was a betting man, I would try to get the inside scoop on who was on their period.
Yeah. Or
that'd
like just
nice.
playing, some of them playing like not even knowing they're pregnant yet and just dealing with like morning sickness and just fucking cum in them. And they're just killing it.
Do you think that, and the team probably syncs up? So like
100%.
Some teams are, I think if you win the championship, everyone syncs to your period.
Dude, so one day, they do. So I believe that. Yeah.
That's what they're playing for.
That's what they're playing for. So I remember once I was on a flight from I think I was going from New York to Indianapolis on like, it was like a shitty fucking, like American Airlines, like small shitty plane. And the New York Liberty got on the plane with me. I guess they were playing maybe the Indiana Fever or what, I don't know.
Yeah.
And all the women got on the plane and they sat in the back of the plane, and the head coach at the time was Bill Laimbeer. I don't know if you know Bill Laimbeer. He was like old coach of the Detroit, he was old player on the Detroit Pistons, like, and he was just sitting in first class, like laid the fuck out. And the women were like, you could hear like some of the women being like mad in the back, like I'm sitting in the fucking back, coach is up in the front, but he was just laid out, chilling, legs out. And that got me thinking, like, he probably has to deal with like these women syncing up on their period. And maybe that was one of those days where he was like, I'm getting the fuck away from these ladies for 2 hours, and I'm just sitting in the front of the plane and not dealing with.
He's got an eye mask on.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be having them run suicide. So they came with that period energy. I'd be like, on the line,
get out,
run it out.
It's so, dude, I mean, now we're both gonna have to family. We have daughters. We're all, way outnumbered. It's like, none of my kids are still too young, but when that happens, it's gonna get fucking bad.
Oh, it's crazy. I had a maintenance guy come up to like my office apartment, and he's like looking around like, where's your bed? And I was like,